Hello, we are back, and we're gonna try to watch a good game. It looks like everyone plays round one. Here's a game. What is going on here? Okay. 4-0 for Gasak already. Gets a pull. Zoopad lands a reflect. Dizzler taking high amounts of damage, as the Zoopad. Gasak moving deeper in for Prickles, who's amplified. Dizzler weaken, gonna try to dodge the weaken onto Gasak as well. All coming out from Visit. If he knew that Dizzler was gonna space in like that, I'm sure he would have went for that. Going for Gasak. Will he get the kill? He won't. And that's the end of that game. We catch the tail end of it. I think, I mean, I was watching EG versus Vici in Dota, the Summit 3. So I ended up missing some games. This should be a good game. Oh no, wait. Maybe it's not. Never mind. There should be a stomp. But I'm not gonna be greedy and look for something else. Let's just watch this. Sunil going for an X-Strike. General White, I believe, landed his chance, but a little bit too early to go for the rune slot. Rune's not spawning for a little while, and it does spawn. Sunil will grab it. Doesn't get amped, doesn't get gripped, but General White is just so low. Ends up dying to Sinu's ult. No heals coming up from Nick Sebs. General White. I actually like that name. Nick Sebs, I don't know. What about Quiz? They just fucking surrender. What a lame game. Let's see. Let's look at my friends. All my friends are done playing. Lame. Alright, then we'll watch this. This should be good. It should be decent enough, actually. Just decent enough. It looks like it's, oh, never mind. I thought Cole got a kill, but nope. It was 3v3, and we just watched everyone die. Dom said saying they are easy. I don't think so, but we'll see. Let's see if they do any Grimrock space at the beginning. No, it looks like he was going for it. Kind of grip onto Magic Wolf, lands an Affliction, and best of 4 and dealer just going for him through the totem. He just loses all his HP. Pops an Aegis, but he has 2 amps on him. So low already. Sweet Prince going for solo plays into Ag, but it's not really gonna work out. I don't know how he got stunned there. I believe a runic shield might have been broken, or maybe it was a chrono bolt from Ag. But as soon as Sweet Prince popped his ult, his rocket launcher, it seemed to already be done casting. Shadow Bolt coming through, missing everyone. Doesn't really matter. Don't go to the stream. No, actually, go to the stream, I guess, since I'm not streaming. I don't want to stream because I lag. Actually, I only lag when I'm playing. Like, it shouldn't matter. I don't know, I don't want to stream. Deal spacing in. Landing a script. Go for a bolt. 1 mana Affliction and a Fear. Gonna spread that Affliction and a Shadow Bolt landing very far range. Another one being cast, trying to predict himself, not gonna land. Deal baits the execute into the Chrono Flux by accident, but doesn't end up sending anybody. Nothing on anyone. Best of 4, trancing the air. And actually, there might have been, that was an attempt on Ag's life, but he ended up being okay. 360 no scope onto Heal. and an ult coming out by Sweet Prince, but Magic Wolf's in a lot of trouble. He keeps throwing his back to his card, man. Gotta be careful about that. And actually, really nice snipe there by Deal. Sends the Shadow Bolt through the Earthstorm spaces as it connects and pops an ult, swipes him once, and that's it. Very fast, fast shit coming out. Bad game coming out from Sweet Prince. No honor in losing that way. I think I'm gonna get some water while I just like put on some random game. Yeah. What do we got here? Randed Seeker. And actually Randed Inhibitor. Two like very staple comps of Randed. Swap onto Ditto. Gonna meet up with Balrog over here. Balborg. Ditto's got his 2-man ult. Pops it, and big combos coming out from quick picks. Lands a Runic Beam as soon as that ult is going, but even before that had 3 stacks of Amp and M2'd it onto that pump. So much damage going on to him. Ditto going for an EX lunge, not gonna really do much, and I think Balborg missed his ulti. And Kojuti trancing, going for a meteor. His lands as well as the inhibitors, but Inhibitor had approximately 2,444 HP. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, the team that I expect to win is this team. But Colder actually in the lead, kind of surprising. See if we see any stuns on Randed spaces. Ditto going for a stealth. Balborg spacing to avoid him. Gets interrupted on his camouflage. Has nothing. The other side is just way too late there. Kojuti stuck on his trance. Takes a lot of his own HP, or loses a lot of his HP. And Quick X is fine. Ditto needs a little bit of heals, but Balborg has been just stalking this the Cycle Pump, who's in so much trouble. He gets Runic and Aegis for that ult, so he should be okay for now. Runic being deployed, only hits 1, and doesn't even interrupt them. And 2-man ult coming out from Kojuti. Kojuti. Space coming out from Quick X. So low, gets stunned up. Balborg farms another ult, misses it, I believe, but it shouldn't matter. 1-man ult, the pump just basically too early for that. But it's fine, it still heals him. Kojuti had an Aegis and did go down to the ulted Soulbind. And it looks like the Seeker team is just dominant. It should be pretty even. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. But I think it's definitely even enough that the better skilled team should come out on top. I think Balborg is doing a much better job than Ditto, who should be going a lot more for the Seeker maybe, but actually gets so much damage off the Balborg and misses his stun. But it wouldn't have mattered. There was another side on the way. Soulbind going out, doesn't land actually, or doesn't get sent off. Meteor coming out, really nice, but once again Ditto missing a stun, lands a space off the Balborg, which he keeps doing, but Balborg gets a backstab stun, and just so much damage, a 100% to nothing on that Randed right there. But there is a cross kill So well done by Warren. They do have an ulti Pomp who just appears not to be trying to do anything. I guess he was trying to bait out that interrupt, which ended up coming in the form of a fear. That fear is very situational to make useful, and I don't believe it was too useful right there. But anyway, swap coming out from Capone. Walk onto Blade Flurry. 2-man ult coming out. But they really shouldn't care too much. Oh, actually, Quick X. Just once again, they're mistiming dodging the ult. That might be why they keep losing, because Valborg just continually on ults. Transcend space back with the Runic, but the Runic doesn't do too much. But Valborg might go down. Yes, goes down between the leaps to Capone. One for a greedy space to try to hit Capone. Let's just put him right into Capone's face. Capone saying that the Tyrannid is bad if he jumps in like that, which, I mean, yeah. That's what the Psycho Pump should actually be doing, because as a pump, if you M1 that Ranid, you get a soul stack as well. And you really can just as a pump M1 Ranids. Up to a point, obviously, but Ditto's facing in, not gonna hit anything. Kajuki is really far in, doesn't get hit by any gold arts, does get stunned before he can get that rune though. So Ditto ends up stealing it, gets a backstab space onto Valborg, who does have a space. Ditto had his stealth up and might have got between the leaves, but doesn't matter. Valborg is just going so aggressive, ends up being stealth on anyway. 2-man ult coming up from Ditto, and Valborg gets locked on his Venom Lunge, and he must be wondering why his teammates aren't helping him. But it's because they got ulted. Now there's a 2-man ult from Capone, once again really early on that space, but it doesn't matter. Ditto misses his space as well. I don't know how everyone in this game is so bad at dodging these Ranid ults. Because they always have the ability to dodge them, and they just miss. So chaos, which is, I mean, I agree with that. It is pretty much chaos. And it is the secret saying that with lowest TPS on the board, which is understandable. I'm not surprised when we're making a comeback, because I saw them play against an actual team, and they're doing pretty good, so I was surprised to see them doing as bad as they were on the scoreboard. Fire Arrow landing on Ditto, no heals for him yet. Healer missing the heals. Quite heavily missing these heals. Valborg going for some stuns, missing Ditto quite a bit, but Ditto was stealth. Kajuti using his chance and getting spaced on afterwards. 3 stacks of amp and a meteor. Follow, he's kind of in trouble. If nobody hits that trance, he might be dead. Nice space on that Ranidar though, and actually a swap coming out, dodging the Ranidar by accident. But once again, these spaces always being landed by Ditto onto Valborg. Ranid space does so much damage, and that's gonna be it for Cold. Valborg was doing a good job of farming those ults, and look at, he had another one farmed again, but there's a certain point as a Ranid you need to learn to just use your energy. And I mean, Kajuti always criticizing his teammates, but he is kind of low on TPS here. Going all the way around back through mid as a seeker, I don't know. It's kind of a questionable play. There seems to be one more game going on. Oh, the curse of VLC tournaments. And I also appear to be DCing or something. Let's just do this. Nope. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it is in round 2. Alright, let's see what good games we got going on. No, it's not a good game. No, ooh, that is a good game right there. What about this game? Who cares? This game, who cares? Okay, so we have 2 good games. And these games look okay here. But do we want to watch Troll or do we want to watch a more evenly matched team? I have a really hard time believing that this game will be all that even. Actually, it could be. You know what? We're gonna watch this one. I'd say this is the one to watch. I do want to see if anybody. Well, you know what? I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm so certain that Troll will win. It is a best of one elimination, which is so sketchy of a match. But I just think that this game will be much more entertaining. And the thing is that we're gonna see Troll versus Gaz soon, maybe. Or wait, are they gonna meet? Oh, maybe they're not gonna. No, they are gonna meet. Okay, yeah, we'll see Troll versus Gaz next. If Troll loses, though, I'll probably just watch. I'll just watch the replay of that. Yeah, this should be a good one to watch. So it's just gonna be the same comp from Warm Team. They're just playing it to death, and I believe it's the same comp from Cold Team as well. Let's see. As far as trinkets, we got 3 Aegises on Warm, so they're gonna definitely be playing slow. And Cold is a Webbies and a Frost Shard on the DPS, an Arcane Disruptor on both of the healers, which can definitely be useful. I'd say it's more useful for Warm, but both teams have nice stuff they can dispel. Chains of Zex landing on SSS and a Cyclone, and they're onto Sail. Hemorrhage onto Sanu. Big slices coming off, and a Firestorm and an Amplify. Sanu goes for the extra again and spaces away. Space onto Little Master, gets his armor penetrated. Chains of Zex and an Axe coming out. One man ult landing. Sail popping his ult, and another ult coming out from Assasas, hitting 2. But Little Master might be dead. No, really nice another shift, but it doesn't matter. Kababo has the slice, and let's see, no space. He was actually more than dead. Like, they had to stun lock the Warm Team DPS. I think Warm just played that immaculately. Cold went for some crazy stuff. Ended up not working. And I kind of think that the Worm's comp is better than Cold's here. They have so many interrupts through the Firestorm. And it's the same thing as that Troll Draki game that Sinu played where they almost won. The Firestorm, I mean, it's just so hard to get off a good one with the interrupts and the nukes. And then you just look at Nomad versus Harbinger. Harbinger can definitely do stuff, but Nomad is just, I'd say she's just the counter to Harb. Like, one of the biggest counters. And Guardian can hold her own against Harbinger as well. Guardian ends up spacing that totem, but that actually works. He can space again after that. Axe coming out, and CC onto Little Master. Nice 2-man Webbies on that Volcano, but is that really going to be enough to take a lead here? It looks like it has. It's done its work. 1-man ult coming out from Kababo, but he's just killing, I wanted to say raping, Assasas, even though he didn't hit him with the ult. Frost Shard, really sexy by Sail there, but not going to win the round. And just look at I mean, another thing is that Nomad is just generally really good against Igniter. I just think, I mean, I think Cold, this is something they say in Dota a lot, like that one team has the easier team to execute. Like, that's definitely the case here. Cold have a chance. Like, in BLC, there's really there's really not counters the way that there's counters in World of Warcraft Arena. But it's just that their comp is so much harder to execute. And look at this big combo. Sinu just way too cocky right there, spacing in. He does get spaced out by God of Ball, so that was a nice play, but the space came a little bit too slow, I'd say. X-Strike and just 600, 700 damage going onto Assasas right there. 1-man ult. If he had hit Sinu, that would have been nice, but Kababo had Sanctuary, so he didn't really care. one man ulting. He's just been consistently one man ulting this healer. Lands a trance onto Little Master, I believe. Or maybe that was an EX space, but we can't tell anymore. And actually, I didn't notice this, but Assassin went down. Yeah, it's a really hard game for Cold here. And because of the stompy nature of this, I think we quit out halfway through and go watch this other game. Same map. We don't get to see the heroes. Oh, they just started. That's awesome. Okay. It is a Headhunter mirror with SC, PTX SC, which is really scary, and Luke the Legend Seeker, which I think is really scary as well because he does play it, but I couldn't say for sure. I haven't seen it enough. PTX taking a lot of damage. Triculo getting some reaps off. Troll pursuing out Luke. Frustard going down. Too many enrages going off at the same time. Chain Lightning not going to hit 2 targets. PTX is pretty low. Ends up spacing over the Chronoflux and the Twin Death, but Meteor and Enrage lands onto him, and a Leap. But he's alright for now. Shield was given to him, but he didn't really need it. And Troll might have done a lot more with it. And 2 of the range go down. Well done by PTX and Troll, or PTX and Clerny, getting that kill onto Luke the Legend, who did push out a little bit too far. I think PTX, it was bound to have a nice 2-man reap, and that's the death. That's death right there. They didn't even need the amp to finish. Time to unleash the nigger herald is what Oni says. Triad Shield skill-based game. Oni might be tilting a little bit here. Anyway, Leap-in from Troll really just like winning the positioning battle right here in just one leap. Oni taking a lot of damage, but so does PTX. 2-man Hailstorm though, but actually Triculo trances it. I think you can trance that as Headhunter. You can trance it as most heroes, so I don't know why Headhunter would be different. Anyway, Reflect coming out, or Reflect, Space coming out from Oni. Fear onto Troll. Triculo sprinting through that Wisp. Lands a trance, and is PTX dead? No, he's alright. He has Vengeful Storm. Misses the Vengeful Storm onto Oni, which would have definitely been his death. But Oni spaces back. Troll is still fine, given shield. 2-man Reap. Starts attacking Oni. And actually, Triculo's Headhunter ends up being too aggressive, and Troll gets a kill with the Meteor against the wall. Throws a Carney throws an M1 for Troll to trance off of. Gets into the corner. Oh my fucking god. This Dryad R is what Triculo says. Carney, Dryad player, says to nerf Dryad. Anyway, 2-man Twin Death, really nice by Troll. PTX dealing with his own Headhunter problems, spaced by Oni. He owns a little bit. Troll gets both Twin Deaths and a Meteor, and a second Meteor. My fucking god. Well played by PTX there. And Oni tells his teammates K. That second Meteor is just so great. I just love seeing shit like that, man. And I actually kind of thought that this would be closer than it is. But I think the major problem is the Headhunter and Seeker. Like Headhunter deals with Seeker and Herald much better than Dryad and Stormcallers. So not only that, I mean, just think about. I mean, I'd have to say Triculo Headhunter is probably not as good as Trolldraki. Nice trance by Luke, but Troll still ends up getting some nice harvest. Frostshard trying to call that trance, but doesn't end up getting a nice Twin Death, and sort of predicting the leaps onto Triculo, maybe by accident, but it's so good. A Meteor comes out, Cthulhu lands a trance, but trances into his enemies and actually just gets taken out by a leap predict by Troll. Tried to go in Dryad cause no chance. I think it's just outdraft and outplay here. It's too much, and the next game is just gonna be insane. I mean, it should be. Lead coming out from Troll. Trance from Luke already losing half of his HP to an amp, and some Troll combos. 2-man Frost. Troll getting a 2-man headhunt or twin death, and Meteor pushing back Oni into the pit. Cthulhu throwing out his twin death. Troll's at like 1 HP, but he leaps back in. He had a barrier, and he's actually gonna go down, but Clearney should be able to kill Luke. No, Clearney! What? Clearney misses, but it's okay. PTX kills him with a Firestorm, and that's it. I can't believe that miss by Clearney though. Like, that was actually crazy. I think he was predicting maybe a space, because he was aiming like where he would be spacing back to his teammates. But I mean, like the way the Dryad ult works, you could have just aimed like a little bit more to the left to where it would hit on both. That match is on hold. Let's see. Yeah, SSS did take one round, but there's definitely problems with comps. I would say going into this tournament, it's not surprising. It's just BLC for you. It's not Dota. I mean, even Dota, you just see it all the time. You see teams that just they lose straight at the draft. In that game, you know, there's way more teams playing that game, and there's a lot more money on the line. So for this, people just kind of pick a comp that they think might be good and hope they do well. This stomp, or this should have been a stomp actually, but I mean, these guys got first place if I'm not mistaken. And this is that other team that we were watching that wasn't too great. Stun onto Ditto's, half his health right there. You gotta be careful of that. He gets a return stun, but there's a ult barrier, didn't really matter. And NG was also backing him up. Shrink device locked, but he does have space. He will get stunned, but he has barrier. And an EX space coming out from Pomp. I'm not sure if he knows why he's doing that, because it didn't really end up doing anything. 2-man ult coming out. They had to use their spaces to get out of the goo, so they do take the full random ult damage. And actually, Capone, no, he's not going to go down. He does have a lot of healing to get done, though. Swap onto Cat Lover, who does get 2 shields, so he should be fine. 3 shields, he even pops his Aegis. And it doesn't matter, this one's over. I think this is the last game, so the way that they did it last time was they went down all the matches all at once, or yeah, one game at a time, not at once. Oh, there's still 2 more games going. Oh no, should be 1 more. Oh, these guys ended up getting 2nd place. Okay, this should actually be a good game here though. Both teams have good players, but it's over. Deal 1 already. All right, so we should see a decent game here. We're gonna get DZN versus the Thorn Harb team. I believe they're Thorn, or the Thorn Harb. I know Best of 4. Does he play Thorn? I've played a tournament with him before, actually. Yeah, he does play Thorn. I don't know if they're gonna do Thorn Harb, but I think they have been doing Thorn Harb. So it should be like Thorn Harbinger versus Seeker, and 2 healers. Maybe 2 healers. I don't know if that's what DZN's actually been doing. But it should be pretty interesting. So, I mean, I almost want to go watch the stream now to see why, or what's going on with the games being on hold. DZ in here. It's so sad that I've had to deal with DZN so much. I actually know how to spell his name without having to like second guess myself. Alright, so the game is up. We are the first to join. I don't know why DZN is last pick right now. He should definitely be swapping because, I mean, I guess he could pick Ranid or something. He plays BP, Ranid, Seeker, and sometimes actually he plays Guardian too. I forgot about that. But sometimes Headhunter as well. But if it's not Seeker, it doesn't make any sense. But he's last picking, so it could be two healer Ranid. I mean, he plays enough Ranid. Is it on his? Yeah, it is his second most played. Okay. Yeah, he plays a lot of Ranid. He actually used to think that Ranid was OP and that Seeker wasn't OP until we all told him that he was retarded. Basically, I mean, I don't want to insult him, but like, I mean, it was a good thing for him to realize, you know, that he was wrong on that, because he's really been blooming as the Seeker almost. I really want to say the Seeker. There is still Archer Enemy and a few others, but I think DZN's biggest curse is that he's from USA land, and actually a lot of people don't like him in USA land, which is kind of funny because a major part of why people don't like him is his religious antics, but you'd expect the Europeans to hate him more for that and the Americans to be more accepting, but I think most US BLC players are pretty agnostic, so I mean, just like dealing with that all the time in your country already, it can kind of be daunting when your one safe haven is filled with the most religious man, and he really is the most religious man you'll ever meet. Anyway, I forgot, Best of Four has actually been playing Inhibitor, and Digital Mask is not going for 2 healer, he's going for Thorn instead. So it should be interesting, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But it's kind of it's 2 tanks, 2 really defensive healers with the Herald and the Harbin or Grimrog, and then it's kind of the Harb versus the Seeker. That's kind of the big thing going on here. Pull onto Best of Four. He's getting weakened. 2-man space, pretty nice, but Totem is down. DZN is in trouble. Oh, DZN is in a lot of trouble here. He even gets his Aegis dispelled. Really well played by Deal, but it's not enough to bring him down completely. And actually, this Herald is getting ulted on. EX space coming out from Best of Four, and two amps onto him, or 2 stacks of amp. DZN getting amped as well. Weekend coming out. Deal right on DZN after the trance, but he's actually trying to distract the healer and trying to let Best of Four finish him. I don't know if that's the right move, but it's actually working. He lands a nice Shadow Bolt onto the healer, and another Shadow Bolt backstab onto DZN, spacing DZN, swiping on DZN, getting an affliction. Does have to kill that totem if he wants DZN to lose any HP, but decides against it, decides to just swipe. DZN uses his trance somewhat carelessly, so low, but Best of Four is being blocked out. He can't finish him, but now he will. Nice ulti coming out from Ag, and a space coming out from Best of Four. Gonna seal the deal. DZN losing so much HP right there, and that one little burst, and that just puts you on their back foot. It's a Seeker team. Seekers only have, I believe, 1600 HP. If I have to tank, I'll tank. DZN getting passive aggressive. That's another reason he always does this. I don't know if it's ever really worked for him getting passive aggressive with this team, but he always types out to and is just angry, and then he I mean, I don't wanna shit talk him while he's playing, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's better than saying nothing, which is, I think, what a lot of other teams do as well. One man pull into. Oh no, that wasn't an affliction for his team. I believe the match was a two-man runic explosion, and followed by an amp, a lot of damage going out onto DZN. They really do have a good kit to deal with them. They even have the Chrono Flux, which DZN did very nicely. Trance onto the reflect, doesn't get hit by that reflect that amplifier right there. Trances his own fire arrow. Ult from Remedy, frost arrow coming out, but DZN breaks it immediately. Remedy gets a two-man weekend, so he shouldn't be going for fears. Hopefully he won't. Ag getting frost arrowed, but no damage. There's just no damage from Cold Team. They're just getting battered and battered. Thorn is going to have a hard time doing real damage to any of these heroes here, other than the Herald, but he's going to need DZN to help him out. Deal is just on a rampage, really. DZN ends up spacing into that ultimate, which might have been death for him, but it didn't matter because best of four just spaced back into his teammates who were both incredibly low. They end up going down. Really crazy plays coming out. But Worm Team is just looking much sharper. Their comp, I think their comp handles colds just really well. I think it's once again a case of just two teams just kind of picking what heroes they feel like is they're comfortable with. I'm losing my voice here. Holy shit! The tournament hasn't even started really. Anyway, Deal moving in with his another shift, and Ag taking a lot of damage. DZN going aggro on him, but is hit by an amp. It doesn't matter. DZN gets a really nice frost arrow. DZN is playing quite well right now, but will be enough. Another strike gonna hit him, but everything else off the mark. Big spacing to Deal. Lightning arrow and an ultimate as well, gonna force Deal to space away. But now Deal has no outs whatsoever. He does dispel DZN, but it's not really gonna matter. He is still alive for now. Digital Mass is actually the one taking a lot of damage. Vesta 4 just will not get off of him, getting so many combos off. And here comes a nice Shadow Bolt Fear onto DZN. Gets pushed back. Nice Frost Arrow, Ice Arrow onto the trans. DZN ends up chasing into a Shadow Bolt, and Deal goes in on that with his ultimate, and it's just going to be too much once again for DZN. No trance, space into a Shadow Bolt. That's both trance and space. DZN had 40 energy. Did he have his... Oh, now I can't tell. Oh, no, wait, I can still tell. He did have his Aegis, so he definitely could have used that. He has to have the medallion trait. There's no other trait that's worth getting. I mean, we could look at his healing, I guess. Let's see. Oh, he couldn't use it because he has revitalizing energy. Okay, so that's why he couldn't use his Aegis right there. He was just one energy shy. But I would recommend everybody use the Medallion Expert anyway. Digital Mask getting a nice pull. EX Space going on to Remedy and DZN. DZN popping his trance, shooting himself a little bit here. It does get a lightning arrow off, but it's just not enough. The Digital Mass is just not doing a good job of helping out his Seeker, and DZN's kind of putting himself in bad situations as well. Lands a trance. I mean, that time I don't think it was really his fault, but Ice Arrow lands, Deal at 100% HP. It's looking pretty bad, but they could maybe get a kill somewhere onto Ag. Digital Mask solo, DZN getting EX based on, and Deal trying to shoot past that totem. If Best of 4 would just like kill it for him, that would be really nice. But I mean, no need to criticize now. They're 3 rounds up, even kind of winning in this round. But actually, Cold are doing a good job of getting back in a 2-man affliction and a pull onto Remedy. He's gonna force him to R away and Mudwalk lock. Shadow Bolt and the M1's M2 from Inhibitor gonna be enough. DZN goes down. He did have ult, which could have brought them back in it maybe, but he was just too low. Bubbles are a mess, is what DZN says. And with lag, ... I mean, 100 MS is what I've played on US for like ever, so. These are already calling it quits. Deal moving in with two-man hemorrhage. Shadow Bolt's the totem. DZN getting a nice combo off. DZN always does well on like his last round. Two-man spacing, but actually ends up hitting a trance. And actually, Digital Mask doing quite a lot of damage to the healer. Best of 4. I can't even cast this game anymore. Oh my god, Ag goes down to a Remedy ult to the back. And oh wait, actually, what am I talking about? Worm team or full team 1. Wow, my brain is just not working. Another strike. Meteor missing as well. The DPS of Worm, we're gonna really play this one out. Trying to play out of their minds here, but it's not gonna work the way it worked for Troll and PTX earlier. They just kind of don't have the heroes to do it. But this could be a comeback. But DZN gonna make us all look like idiots. DZN has done this before. I've seen him come back like literally like this so many times. So I mean, I've even come back in an EU game like this a long time ago. But anyway, DZN staying further back. That's probably a really good thing to do. And when Digital Mask is in a 2v1, he's probably gonna play a little bit better. Best of 4 going a little bit too far out, losing half his HP. And Digital getting a nice R right there, but Best of 4 does actually end up spacing it. Digital losing a lot of HP, popping his ult. He's getting spacing forward. That ult isn't going to do very much but force Ag to space. Frost landing on Deal. And a big ult coming out from Ag, and DZN takes a backstep swipe. That's death right there. He did have space and blitz, but the thing is that you are silenced with that ult. So well played. Shit, people can't see my text. So I can't see other people's text. Or like, I mean, I can't see my own text, so someone could be responding to my question. I'm pretty sure this is the best of 1 though. I really hope it's not best of 3. Because I'm going to be here for fucking ever. Oh, the next game's going to be so sick though. Alright, let's see. Okay, it is best of 1. Alright. So this is the next game over here. Pretty big stomp coming out. I just think it was the comps, really. I'm gonna check on this secret versus... I shouldn't even check on it, because I guess I'll do it anyway. Secret versus EG finals. But yeah, this isn't gonna start for like a long ass time.
It's gonna be a hell of a doozy here. Guaranteed game 3, baby. It's gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, we're gonna at least get 3 games.
20 minutes. Oh wow, they're starting it really early. Well, at least the best game of this round will be over by then, but yeah. I have to say, Team 220 though, they played really well. They played really well. The Harbinger deal. He's actually a Blood God. Didn't notice that. But that guy was doing really well. What? Why are they starting this game? So I guess they're not going to do it the way that they normally do it, where they go down. I wonder why. I wonder if someone's AFK or something. Oh no, they're just going to do all 3 of them at once? Is this a mistake? I think maybe they just don't have enough time. I'm not sure why they're starting them all at once. but this is the game to watch right here, I would say. I mean, I really hope it's not a stomp. If it's going to be a stomp, these guys are going to be the ones getting stomped, but I think Gazhag can pull something out here. They do appear to be doing 2 healer Stalker, which I kind of feel is like something that can be countered. I heard Troll is going to play Randed. Now that would be interesting. If it's against a 2 healer, that's a good pick. Whether he's gonna actually do it, I don't fucking know. Another good pick the Troll could do is Sentinel. Believe it or not, it's actually quite good against 2 healer, because it can't die. And even like Randed ults and stuff aren't good enough, but it won't be a Randed. It will be a Stalker if they do 2 healer. They could do 2 healer Randed though. We don't know. It's gonna be really weird picks. Troll is being his first pick, so I kind of doubt he's gonna pick Randed, because I think it's just a little bit too risky to do that. I don't doubt that his Randed's good. It's just that he has other stuff that would be as good or better. It just seems way too risky for them to do that. So yeah, we get very standard picks here. The mains of both Accelerate and Troll. We should be seeing, I would say, either an Elk or a Dryad here, but it could be a Pomp, since they are, I mean, I don't know what they like to do versus 2 healer. There's a lot of things you can do versus it. Now, does Gazhag pick Stalker, or does he pick Randed? I'm gonna say Stalker, but he could be wanting to be sneaky. Like, I think maybe in the qualies he was just doing Stalker to throw everyone off. You never know. Reaver, okay, versus an Alchemist. Okay. Actually, I don't know if Alchemist is better to deal with Reaver than Dryad. I think they're probably about the same, but either way, like, Reaver just deals with Alch and Dryad really well. Can pull them out of position and can just lock them to death. And Gazhag, I've seen him playing this quite a bit. He played last Sunday on a US tournament. Double Reaver. Okay, so this is a Gazhag strategy as well. And Dizzler actually picked Reaver last game, so this is what they think is good, and I actually think they have a shot, because it's parry versus X Strike and Twin Death. 2 parries versus that, and Gazhag is known for always double classing, so this is gonna be really crazy. Let's see. Twin Death already thrown out. One does land onto Gaz. He gets hit by a Wind Strike, and he's already kind of in trouble. He has to space away. And Dizzler accidentally gets hit by Deadly Injectment for Gazhag. Dizzler's in a lot of trouble. Gaz goes for a Meteor, ends up missing, and Troll already procs his last stand. Dizzler getting CC'd up. Boomerang Storm onto Zellerate, who's just so low by himself. He might be, no, he can't even amp Troll, and Troll will get a kill here, undoubtedly. No, Troll does not get a kill, but will Gazhag go down? That's the other question. Troll is just going to be able to 2v1, goes for the Twin Death on the Gaz, and actually lands one of them. Lands the next one on to Accelerate by leaping over the wall. Twin Death missing on Gaz. He's just walking into a wall. This is the most clowny shit I've ever seen. Dryad going down. PTX completely fine killing someone else. Okay, this round did not go the way they thought. This is not a troll pick, by the way. I wanted to like type out to that guy, but this is the real shit that they're trying to do, and I could see what they're trying, but Worm just literally like just walked all over them, like trying to force out the parries there. Weaken is on Troll, so he's not doing very much damage. He gets amped and kicked. He's kind of in trouble. No leap. Does have Frost Shard, but he's alright. Dizzler gets CC'd up, but I believe he got the rune. Troll pushes Dizzler back. Meteor coming out, not hitting anybody. Clarny's in trouble and getting ulted, and Dizzler just takes his head off. So there we go. That's what this comp can do. The Alchemist pick, my god, Clarny has to feel really upset about that. But it's not over. The team that they're trying to do this against is really experienced. They're really veteran. If anyone can do it, it's these guys. But I have to say, Gashag really did a good job picking here, man. Oh my god, this will be amazing if they pull this off. Extract going out. Double kick onto Troll and another kick coming out. Parry's going off, trying to land. Two-man twin death. Trance onto Dizzler. Gashag gets the rune with his Dryad shield, but look at Troll just still pursuing Gashag, but now Troll's taking some damage. And look at Gashag has an ult. Clarny can't do anything. He had sprint. He didn't get hit by the last one, and Gashag is so low. He has to be careful. Meteor coming out to try to CC up Accelerate, and it did end up working, I believe. And Gashag went down to solo Troll. PTX ends up killing Dizzler. I think Cold, they just need to calm down a little bit, because they're doing a good job, but like it's just that overextension. Like, where right now they're in the driver's seat, and I'm telling you right now that they have a good comp. They can fucking do this. But they're still questioning themselves a little bit. Like, do we have to like go crazier, or do we have to like pull back? They should be pulling back a little bit more right here. And look at the damage up to Troll Draki. He's so low. Got double Frost Shard, I believe. Pulled away from Accelerate. Spaced on. He's gonna get ulted. But Troll ends up being okay. Nice healing coming out from Clarny. Keeping Troll's real HP up. PTX getting kicked into the Nature's Wonder, and got amped. Didn't take too much real HP, but now Worm Team on the back foot. Troll spacing in, trying to keep the Reavers at bay. Boomerang Storm also keeping Accelerate at bay, and a pull into Troll. Gashag has his ult. Trance's PTX's Boomerang, and Gashag's gonna try to ult Clarny out of this goo here. Accelerate, I believe, might have ulted nothing. Maybe he got... Oh, Clarny's dead. Clarny barely lives. Gashag and this are so low, but they have Trance. And this team of Cold Worm has nothing against Trance. But look at Gashag's HP, still so low. Kicks Troll, trying to move away, but Dizzler's now in trouble. It's still Gashag, no healing. Meteor onto the static Accelerate, who just has so much healing to catch up on. But everyone's healed back up. Kick into Tornado Call. Oh, Gaz barely missing Troll's healing, and he pulls him, he chains him, almost dies for it, but does get a shield. Kicks back in. He's alright. Doesn't get hit by the twin death. And it looks like Worm have better HP here. Frost Shard going out, and look at all the parries. Look at all that Gashag just parried. Parry is just so strong versus Headhunter, but Wind Strike is going to be what ends up killing Gashag. And an ult onto Clarny. Will he die? No, he has barrier. He's okay. And Reaver goes down. Wind Thrust knocking out Accelerate. I can't believe this though. Like, Cold have the comp. They just don't have quite the execution, but it's so close to in the execution as well. And Worm just displaying once again why they're the fucking best. Now score 3-1. This is the 5th round. Let's see if Cold can do anything. Gashag or Troll leaps, still holding onto his enrage, pops it, lands it onto a shield. 2-man Frost Shard. The Reavers do steal the rune, but this will just get CC'd afterwards. Meteor gonna miss Gaz. He goes for a double kick or a 2-man kick, but only gets one. Gaz is just being manhandled by Troll right here. Reef coming out, and Dizzler just popping his ult onto Clarny, trying to get something going, but Clarny had barrier still. Gaz is so low, tried to leap onto Queenie as well, but look at how good of a job Dizzler's doing. But there's a cross kill. The thing is that it's Dryad. But the Dryad's in the corner, and the Dryad's just dead, maybe. No. The Dryad still has Wisp. Knocked into the corner again, but will amp up Troll, and PTX goes down in the corner. I can't believe Clooney died there. Nice predict, and will he get it? No, nice chain by Dizzler. Does Dizzler actually have? No, he doesn't. I thought he might have had a. He has rejuvenating energy, which I really hate that talent because look, he healed himself for 88 right there, like in that entire round. I don't know about that, but whatever. It's his call. Score 3-2. I can't believe Clooney went down that time though. I think it was Accelerate who ended up getting that killing blow on him. Troll just getting kicked up, trying to fight for this rune. Lands one Twin Death and a Harvest Blood. Lands another Harvest Blood to Gashag's back. Gashag goes for a kick in onto Clooney. Boomerang Storm to protect Clooney, and Gashag's in trouble. He has to space early before that red lane inject, and he just loses so much real HP, but so does PTX on the other side. Has to space away, was amped up. Tries to wind strike Gaz, but ends up missing. Ult going on to Dizzler. Yeah, the last strike is weakened, but he's just looking to fuck with Clooney on his own, and Worm Team end up going back to make sure that Clooney, can actually do stuff again. Clooney's standing a little bit too static. Huge nukes going on to him. Oh my god, is he gonna go down again? He gets a one-man weaken, but the kicks are just way too much, and he gets backstabbed. Dryad really low. Troll missing his second leap. They might get, they will get one kill, but this 2v1 is going to be impossible. They both have enough energy to even use an EX, so or Medallion. And Troll tries to stop, or does end up stopping Gaz, but doesn't do any damage. Dizzler gets a kick. My god. Worm, they need to play so perfectly, and it's so much is on Clooney right now, like to make sure he doesn't get into a bad position and to make sure he survives when he inevitably does, because no matter what, they're eventually going to get on him in a way that's going to be really lethal. Nice kick onto PTX and a double kick coming out, or a two-man kick, sorry. Frost Shard onto PTX, Gashag spacing back, Twin Death missing, Frost Shard onto Gaz. Not very much damage is being exchanged, but it looks like actually one team is losing out on it. One-man leap onto Clooney, pops his Aegis, and it gets broken immediately. That's only by one person, and an ult coming out from Dizzler. Will he die? Boomerang Storm is on the mark, and Dizzler will go down. He has to. Yes, he does. But look at Troll's HP, look at Clooney's HP. Troll does go down. Now it's a 2v2, but this is a very winnable 2v2. And PTX, I mean, it doesn't even go into a 2v2. PTX just ends up getting the kill. Really nicely done by Worm there. My god, like, they have to be angry, like... I know, because I know these guys. I mean, I at least know Clooney, and he says that he hates Reaver. Like, he fucking hates Reaver. And I was really surprised to hear that, because I thought that Trolldraki would play a lot of Reaver, so, like, I thought it wouldn't matter too much. But, like, the way that they're doing it right now, it's quite insane. And Accelerate's actually dead. He does have the ult. That's right. He has the ult, so he can't escape that goo, but after that, it's this Wisp, maybe one more barrier. The thing is that they're not even really trying to hunt him down that much. Accelerate, just kind of staying in it, going for a comeback. No way that it could even come, unless the fog went in, which actually did happen to PTX and Clooney once, I believe. They ended up getting fogged by god, what was the guy's name? I'm not gonna think of it right now, but it was like the last round. It was actually pretty sad, but 4-3 is your score. Troll moving in, getting amped, getting a lot of backstabs, taking so much damage, got his barrier way too late, and they're gonna get the rune for sure because of that, which is just gonna put insult to injury for Worm here. They have to play it so slow. Troll and PTX going for F1s, forcing Blue to come in, Cold to come in. Deadly Inject is snuck onto Dizzler. Gashag has his ult, but will he use it right now? He can't use it onto Troll until these leeches are used. And now he's going to try for Troll. No, he's going to try for Clarny. But he's standing in goo, and that's not good at all. But Troll's dead. Troll died to that Dryad ult. And it's just a matter of staying alive now. It's hard for Alk Nomad to push, especially into 2 Reavers, but they could do it. They have the energy. Boomerang Storm coming out. It does land, but it still gets stunned up. And PTX uses his Aegis. He has no more energy. And it's up to Clarny to kill Dizzler, which isn't going to happen anymore. So that round goes to Gashag. And now we really... This is a best of 1 and a best of 1 round to determine the best of 1. So this is, I mean, with a really, really cancer comp, to say the least. I think Warren team will be so upset if they don't pull off this round. And I mean, whole team have to be so ecstatic if they do. Space in and kick onto PTX, Wisp flying through. CC onto Gashag, and he gets shielded while he's CC'd, so that's no good. But Dizzler ends up kicking Gashag or Troll or something. I don't know how he CC'd him, but he does steal a rune because of it. Gets a pull onto PTX, who will be amped. Troll trying to 1v1 with Gashag here, and ended up getting a decent exchange there. PTX was never in any real trouble, but Troll tries to reap Dizzler's shield, and he just gets ulted, and Troll's so low. Gashag gets excited about it and spaces in, as does Dizzler. 2-man ult, but oh, Gashag has nothing. They try to predict him with that meteor. They do get a meteor into Accelerate. Accelerate has ult, and they have to know that he has ult, because if they don't, they're gonna lose because of it. Gashag now has another ult himself, so they have so much to worry about right now. Gaz spacing in onto PTX, who doesn't have anything, it seems. He has Aegis and a shield. Troll's ulting in, or sorry, enraging in, and PTX actually taking very little damage to that ult. Troll moving down south, Extract coming out, 2-man kick, Meteors coming out as well. Troll so low, but no kill. And Gashag and Dizzler must be scratching their heads as to how he's lived so long. Chain comes out, weakened onto Clarny. He can't ult quite yet, but he really wants to right now. He really wants to, and now he's ulting. Gashag, is he dead? Is Gashag dead? Troll might be dead too, but Gashag does go down. Troll, 1-man reap, ult comes out, Troll's dead. Okay, 2v2. This is a winnable 2v2 from Cold, or from Warren, but Cold are so far ahead in it. Dizzler doesn't manage to space the inject correctly, which is a problem for him. Nice by Clarny not falling for that EX kick. So he is able to cast, throws barrier on himself. Meteor coming down, 1-man kick, ult from Dizzler. No CC. Almost misses, or almost lands the amp, but Dizzler has nothing. He goes for an X kick, and it looks like Clarny. No, it's not over. And I'll tell you why it's not over. I've seen this before with the same hero as well. PTX almost goes down, gets hit by a backstep shot, but he's okay. He's okay. He's okay for now. There's no ult for Accelerate though, so he can't knock them out. And actually, PTX has an ult of his own. PTX messing up a little bit there, trying to go for a res. Troll did not die anywhere near there. And see, the problem is they need to kill Accelerate, and they will. They should be able to get him. They're not gonna fuck around. Yeah. Wow. Really crazy game. And I think Gashag and Dizzler and Accelerate, they have to be kicking themselves a little bit because of the first couple of rounds. They really could have won those, and I mean, this final round was just craziness, man. But Troll does move on. I really enjoyed the picks from Gashag, though. He knows how to do that so well. Now, the thing is, they really do hate double picking. Like, I really wish that wasn't a thing, because I think it just makes it a little bit too hard to know how to comp in this game. But since it is in the rules that you can, then you know, I'm not gonna hate on, you know, a player. I'm gonna hate on the rules, but you know, really well played. Nothing more to say about that game other than, my God, is the next one gonna be a disappointment in comparison? Holy shit. And I really wish that was a best of three too. These next ones are going to be best of threes. I almost want to watch this one instead, and I will, because I haven't watched Wampa's team whatsoever. This is not Arborist, by the way. This is Arborist right here, who's actually casting. I'm not sure who this is. I think it's God, what's that guy's name? Why can't I ever think of this guy's name? He changed his name, so I don't remember it, but he's a secret player. He plays with Arborist a lot. It's something with an F, or is it an S, or is it an A? I don't remember, man. But he's a really good player. Uh, Such a crazy game, man. That last one. The funny thing is, I mean, I kind of think it's Trolls tournament right now, because how could it be any other team's tournament? That has to have been their hardest opponent. Clearny really pulling through, big ults, and just their team did not get nervous. I mean, they had to be nervous, but they didn't, like, you know, jitter hand a spell or something. Like, they played it well, and their consistency won it out for them. I think they're gonna have to comp better next time, though. It's Iska. That's right. His name is Iska. I said that there's an F in his name. What the fuck? But yeah, it's Iska, Roke, Wampa, and Corsation. Iska, Wampa, Corsation, and Arbs is a nigger. No, he's actually a white guy. Trust me. Yeah, and let's see the comps. Of course, it's Pomp Harb for Sakio's team. No surprise there. Guymarg is always the one who kind of picks differently. And Corsation, kind of the same story. Iska and Wampa picking Secret Alk once again. That's not a surprise. These are what these people play. And we're seeing much more of a standard comp than the last game. With much less hype, unfortunately. But there's still a lot of hype on this. There's a lot on the line for these people. They get to choose. These are the people who get to lose to Troll. I mean, actually, they all have a good chance. I just really think with Gazhag gone, and I mean his brilliant picking as always. I think in DreamHacks and stuff he did the same thing. Like, or no, he did do the same thing, but I'm not sure if he won. He did double Stalker and double Vanguard and stuff like that. Back when those were like the big heroes. Now with Headhunter there, like the double Reaver. I don't know. It was perfect, man. But anyway, we get a Seeker Mirror here, and we do get a Corsation Stalker. So this is quite standard. And Corsation just already going ham onto Guymarg, dropping to half HP. Sakio having a space back, but actually weakens his teammates while he's spacing, so that's no good at all. Corsation going for an ult already, doesn't slice and dice, goes for a puncturing and then an ult, and Sakio already has to nether shift and back off because he got daily injected. And actually, I really think Worm Team, okay, I forgot how scary Worm Team are. It's Wampa, Corsation, man. Iska is probably maybe like the worst person on their team, and you know, that's actually a huge fucking compliment when you say that. I mean, I don't know if Iska would say that himself. I hope he doesn't feel insulted. I doubt he would he'll even hear this, but I mean, that's a scary team right there. I think Troll's work, I shouldn't be calling it so early. Troll's work is cut out for him. And I don't know why I always say Troll, but I'm a melee player, I guess, and I am a Troll fanboy. But anyway, big nukes onto Guymarg. He's losing a lot of his HP already. This is chaos. I'm talking about the next game while these rounds are just flying by. Like, look at Corsation here. BMing. Doesn't end up going down. Wampa's gonna go down though. It shouldn't have been BMing. and he's gonna have to go F1. But will Ball Sniffer die? I think no, another shift. But Seikyo has no shift for himself, so now he's dead. Corsation, you haven't quite won yet. But the trolling nature, I mean, Wampa, I know Wampa is a troll. I don't know him very well, but I did listen to Arborist's stream, and he's definitely a trolly dude. And so is Corsation, as you can see. I'm sure Iska is as well. With that Arborist association. Yeah, I guess that's just their nature. Fire Arrow deployed onto Arb, onto Iska, quote unquote, Arborist. But look how defensive Cold already are, and look at the lead Worm just get instantly. Like, Seikyo uses space, uses another shift. He needs more. He used Aegis and other side, and now Corsation's already swapping, ulting Ball Sniffer, who just can't even get near. But wait, Iska died. I thought Gaimarg died. Okay, Gaimarg's in trouble though. Gets other sided. Wampa has given up, it seems. No, he's coming back because Gaimarg is slightly overextending, but it's not going to be enough. They have 2 nether shifts. One of them used on Seikyo for now. Another one's just being held. Black Dagger onto Seikyo. Corsation's not going to be able to pull this one back. And I'm actually going to go get more water as they kill time. Alright, I'm back. So a bit of a thrown round right there for sure. But definitely earned by Cold Team. And look at Worm Team, they're backing up a little bit, going for the rune. One man Affliction, I think it was dispelled. Yes, it was dispelled before it spread. One play by Corsation, get some energy for that too. Hits a trance though, and I don't think his meteor did anything. Seikyo with his another shift gonna back up. Tries to do a hemorrhage, or sorry, an infliction, but to no avail. And Ball Sniffer is so low, but so is Corsation, and Ball Sniffer ends up dodging the puncturing, but dies to Gaimarg by accident with the Black Dagger. But now it's a 2v2 and really big ult by Iska there. Nothing Seikyo can do, but why is Corsation pushing? This is a Counter-Strike Counter-Strike no-no here. And look at Gaimarg. Oh my god, he's really calling Iska here. And Iska's gonna go for the F1, but he has less cooldowns than Gaimarg, but he did have that Ice Arrow. Gaimarg's not gonna let him F1. He wants to go for the low health battle, it looks like. Iska's facing back, Gaimarg going for F1. He cannot let him have that rune, but he's gonna inevitably get it. Yes, he will get it. And now it's gonna be Gaimarg on the back foot. The Seeker, the low health Seeker battle is the most most AIDS battle, man. But it looks like he's going for F1. He will trance that. Oh, okay, thank God. Oh no, Gaimarg playing so well. I don't know why I'm rooting for Gaimarg. I'm not really rooting for anyone. Actually, I do kind of want Worm to win, so we get a better game for the finals. But Sudden Death coming out. It looks like pretty similar energy. They're off by 8. I don't even have to do that. I could just look at it here. But yeah, off by 8. Sudden Death kicking in though, and definitely gonna see some craziness. They both go to full health for this Sudden Death. Nice trance getting. Oh no, that doesn't remove the weaken. Okay, I didn't know that. Gaimarg trying to dance too much, and Iska's just shooting like where he sees them. The jukes aren't really working well, and Arborist has an ultimate, and he will pop it there, and that ult will stay through the trance. But it's very low. But Gaimarg is in fire and meteor and fire, meteor, and fog, so much red right there. I think his only choice was really to go for an arrow, but even that probably wouldn't have worked. Nice attempt by him there. Really crazy 1v1. It's hard to cast 1v1s, especially Seeker 1v1s. I mean, that's just... How do you speak that fast? Anyway, nice start for one whole team here. And Precision still spaces in, surprisingly, but it's alright. It seems okay for him. He goes back in for the pomp, he gets a nice interrupt on his quick strike, but Precision has got an ult now, and he knows that he can't be interrupted, so he's just gonna try to go ham here. Gets ulted mid Shadow Hunt, which is a pretty nice shot by Guymarg. But Guymarg is incredibly low. Precision is kind of low. Seikyo had HP, but now he's gonna be losing it, even with his ult. Arborist uses his trance. Lightning arrow coming out, hitting 3. Not gonna do very much though, other than slow them down. Rune spawning. Guymarg has to go for it, but he can't space for it. Otherwise, Wampa's gonna ult them, and I believe he just spaced. But Wampa's not going for the ult. Maybe he doesn't know if there's a double space, or maybe he doesn't even know about the original space. Ult missing Arborist, and this ult here coming out from Wampa isn't going to do too much, but Corsation finds a straggler of Guymarg left behind, gets sliced and diced, but actually is it over? It is not. 2 shields going out onto Arborist though, he should be fine. Will Corsation die is the question here. Is he going to ham? He is not. Score 4-1. There is a Dota game going on, boys, with 100,000 people watching it. And Secret just got first blooded. Everyone's saying GGR. Anyway, let's watch this. Soulbind going out. Guymarg's facing in. God, it's so hard to cast right now. The 2-man Frost Shard. Guymarg getting other sided on the Deadly Inject. Going back, nice slice and dice by Corsation getting 2. Blocked on his quick strike though, and missed his Black Dagger. So he was kind of in trouble. Nice M1s coming out from Ball Sniffer, but look at Guymarg, so low. Nice swap by Ball Sniffer. Guymarg misses his ult. It's not his game today. Lost the 1v1. Gonna die to this ult. Assuredly, no. Gets out of it, and also lands a trance. But he's dead. And I mean, Corsation had Shadow Hunt. Game over. There will be one more at least after this, and while they go ahead and choose heroes and stuff, we'll just take a peek at the other one, see what's going on. I don't know if this is game 1 or game 2, but that last game went by pretty fast, even like despite the sudden deaths. But what? Oh, never mind. I'm so used to Cold over here being on this side. Like, they've literally been on Worm the entire day, so I just assumed. But yeah, no, they're winning 2-3. Let's watch like one round. Shadow Bolt going out. Another shift through PTX. Ooh, big nukes onto Ag that he has to avoid, but 3-man Meteor, I believe, by PTX, and he couldn't even see them, so that was really nice. Weaken onto Troll, he ends up throwing his Twin Death into a wall, so you can't reflect it in transit. Best of 4 gets weakened up. Going for some Thorn combos. Deal barely missing that Shadow Bolt. This Worm team, by the way, has been doing so well all tournament. And it's actually not surprising to me that they're doing well in this round, and they've actually already won 2 rounds. PTX kind of in trouble. Deal, another shifting away, knocked back into the goo by Troll and even Frost Sharded, and that's the death of Deal. Ag going for a space, but his space is predicted by Meteor and Chain Lightning. He should go down. So let's go back to that other game, which was between Corsation, Arborist. Just that Corsation. Okay, let's see if it's just the same comps or what. They're already deep into it. And it looks like Precision went down. It is a slightly different comp with Gaimarg on Gunner instead of Seeker, which I believe is the right call because, I mean, I don't know if Gunner is the exact right call. Maybe Nomad would be okay as well. I don't know which one would be better, but you definitely don't want Seeker versus Stalker. You don't want Seeker and Harbinger versus Stalker, but it looks like this is getting pretty close on the 2v3, but it will go to cold here. God, I want to watch EG versus Secret so bad. Scheduling nightmare. There's actually a Counter-Strike tournament that's going on as well. It should probably be between Fnatic and Virtus Throw, who are no longer throwers at all. They've been doing insane Pasha biceps. But yep, we're watching this because there's no other way to get attention in those other games. I don't know enough about them. But anyway, pushing forward is Worm. They're gonna get a room for basically for free. Spacing back Sikyo, gonna dodge that ice arrow and get his efficient dodging as well. Shadow Bolt and Execute not hitting that trance, but also not hitting him afterwards. He's Arborist space ejected. Black Dagger onto Ball Sniffer. Precision spacing forward, but he can't really do anything. He has to back off, and he's going to take a lot of harassment as he's doing it. Misses his Black Dagger, so he still doesn't have an end. Arborist has to space out of the Affliction, but there was a shield for him. Arborist throwing out the chicken there. 500 damage onto Seikyo. He spaces, takes 400 damage to the back with another ult. Those ults just being saved right there. Illusion locked by onto Arborist. Lightning arrow coming out. Frost onto Ball Sniffer. And yeah, nice round by Worm there. Corsation not letting them kill him like they did the first round, which we did not get to see because they did draft very, very fast. I mean, yeah, like with only one change to the draft, both teams really knew what they were doing. Weaken onto Seikyo. Space in from Corsation. Gonna land a Puncturing and the Black Dagger. Seikyo gets knocked away. Corsation does get the rune. Double space from Arborist. Does use them both onto Seikyo, so he's not going to get knocked, but he is going to take the damage. Earth Slag popped into Seikyo. Meteor dodged while Corsation is given shield for 2v1, and actually Arborist doesn't even need shield. He just handles the Harbinger on his own. EX space coming out from Ball Sniffer, having to get out of that goo. Very nicely done by him, but it's not going to help them get ahead, just help them not lose right then. And Corsation had a double Puncturing and just too much energy, too many combos. Yeah, I think Cold Team can do a lot better than this. But you can't be losing all three of the 1v1s at the same time. And they just simply can't take 1v1s, which is so hard for them. Because all of their heroes really do want a 1v1, but the other heroes are just so much better at it. They even have Barrier, which is better than other side for the most part when it comes to 1v1ing. But once again, we do get the 1v1s. Corsation sort of losing his, but just has to turn around to Gaimarg and is already doing quite well for himself again. Shadow hunting, looking for a target, but was blinded. And Seikyo looks like he has nothing. Oh no, he did dodge the weaken, but Gaimarg is so low. Give another shift. Look at all of the meteors. Look at everything thrown into that corner, and even goo. And he's just standing there, like trying to space, like not knowing what to do. If he cancels it, he dies. If he doesn't cancel it, he dies. No move is left. Worm Team are just, they're on another level, it looks like. And it's also the comps. Once again, I keep saying this, but Stalker versus Harbinger, I think that it's just generally better for Stalker, and especially Corsation Stalker. Blind onto Wumpa. Arborist gets pulled. Black Dagger for Gaimark, who's actually pushing for once, which is interesting. Goes for a 360 execute, and he's actually kind of winning this duel, but Precision once again farming his Shadow Hunt, and he's just going to Shadow Dance all over everyone. But gets killed by Gaimark from across the field. Really well played. I think he got locked on his Deviate by Ball Sniffer, so he couldn't, I mean, despite his space always being off cooldown for the most part, he couldn't do it. And just got killed. Seikyo was one hit from death and managed to escape. Nice EX inject from Wumpa, but Seikyo doesn't care. He's just gonna keep healing. It's pretty impossible for one to come back now. There's a minute on the clock, so they can't even hope for sudden death shenanigans. But even if they did try to get it to sudden death, I mean, Pomp is so much better than Alk at that. Anyway, so that 2v3 is pretty much impossible. They're just gonna cut up slow. I'm gonna drink some water here. Not over yet. 3-2. They can come back. Gaimark kind of realizing what he needs to do. He can't just let the Stalker walk all over him, and he cannot pull the Stalker into the back corner and do any damage. It's not gonna work. Because it just leaves Seikyo out on the field alone versus two heroes, and he's not going to be able to do anything because the heroes are already really good against them. He needs backup somewhere, and he got it last round. Gaimark is in a lot of trouble already though, but he's given another shift. Frost Sharded and 2-man space, that's the other thing, other reason he needs to push out more. Corsation gets a rune, but he hasn't hit anything. Okay, now he lands something, so he can use the rune now. Seikyo can't get past that wall. That clipping happens all the time in DLC, and he almost dies because of it, but doesn't have space, so he's okay. Ball Sniffer ulted on, given another shift. I don't think he quite needed it. Gaimark needed it more, and he's actually in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get space, but doesn't die. The lightning arrow will finish him though. Well played by Iska. And Seikyo would have died to that meteor, and if the M1 didn't kill him. Worm Team really looking good. I was definitely calling it way too early. I must have sounded like a cocky asshole, man. I'm really interested to see what we get for our finals game, because we might have something that's pretty fucking close. Seikyo throwing out a bolt, not even getting near anyone. This is match point, game point, and match point as well. Well, let's just say best of 3 points for Cold Team here. They can no longer lose rounds. Nice amp coming out onto Arborist. Seikyo is really doing well in his 1v2. Throws an X-Bolt and has to space back because Corsation's like, okay, well, I don't understand why my team isn't helping me here. It must be this motherfucker, and he scares him away right away. But Corsation gets a rune, gets locked on his Deviate, but he is Shadow Hunting, getting some big backstabs. Now Ball Sniffer is in trouble. He's going to have to move up to his Gunner, and once again in the back corner, which, oh, there's Goo. That might be it. No, maybe not. Ball Sniffer EX spaces away, and Seikyo's going for a kill. Might get one on Arborist. Yes, Arborist will go down, but nice big Bertha attempt. Not going to be enough for Gaimark, and he goes down. Really nice tournament for Cold Team, I would say, but Worm Team are monsters, and we're gonna see monsters versus monsters soon, for sure. It does appear that Trolldraki, Clarity PTX did win that last game, even though it was looking maybe kind of close, and this is looking like a 5-0 right here. We cannot see their HP though, unfortunately, since we are late joiners. It does not report that information for us, and yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. And yes, it will be a pretty crazy finals, which is good. I think the last summit tournament, the finals was somewhat underwhelming. It was kind of a more random team versus Trolldraki. Team Trolldraki I keep saying Trojack. I have to stop saying that. I think I was doing the same thing with Gazhag, saying versus Gazhag. You know, it is a team effort. This video game. And yeah. Well done by everyone. I don't. I'm like that lady from American Idol right now. I'm just fucking out of it. Just like saying caster things. Yeah. This finals though, it should be really crazy, and every caster says that about every finals. But from what I was saying from cold team, which was warm team last game, yeah, they're pretty crazy. I'm not sure how Corsation has that picture. He must have won the US one. Oh no, wait, yeah, no, he won the US one. He had to. Let me see. It wasn't. That's actually weird. How do I check that? All tournaments. Go to April. Oh, it was Corsation. For some reason I thought it was Wampa. But nope. Corsation was the one who played with Arbris for the US one. Unfortunately, we didn't get an epic finals for that US one or the EU one last time because Shadow Lords ended up losing. They ran a DC'd and Gazhag tried to fill in, but they were up against a team that knew how to counter the comp pretty well, and they just had problems. I could not see all the games either, so I wasn't there when the actual tournament happened. I say 5-3 for Corsation, best player in BLC. I mean, I'm not gonna doubt him. But it's a hard call either way. I will favor Worm Team for sure, but like this is about as even as it will be, other than Gazhag, who did have a really nice attempt. I mean, I think Worm Team really needs to be called the Unblooded, the Undefeated. I don't think they've really lost in anything like major. I think they did lose to Gazhag once though, but it was just like a weekly thing, or maybe if it was Easter, then that does kind of count as an actual win. Let's see what happened on Easter. I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's see what happened on Easter. Oh no. Oh, so Gazhag does have a win on these guys. Alright. But this is more important than the Easter Cup. Gazhag, I mean, I'm fucking repeating myself so much. That's what casters do. I fucking hate that though, because I don't want to be the fucking standard horrible caster, but I've just watched too much esports, man. I'm afflicted with their goddamn like sayings and shit. Like, I don't know. It's hard to break out of it when you're actually like trying to cast it live and stuff. But I don't want to cast quite the same way if I do end up casting a lot. But yeah, I can at least cast this. Maybe I'll cast US. I don't know if I'll play US. I don't have a team, and I've like never really attempted to have a team for a long time now, which is not good if you want to win. And I do want to win. I don't want to participate. But anyway, we have some very standard picks coming out. We got like pretty much everyone on their mains except for Clarny, which is on his basically his alt main. I mean, It says Psychopomps his main, but that's not really. He doesn't play these anymore. Unless he like really feels it'll be good, he plays first of all Dryad and second of all Alchemist. He's actually played maybe a lot more Alchemist though, just kind of trying to pick it at the right time and stuff. Which I would say it's probably a better pick here because of the Stalker and the Alk. I think Dryad is pretty bad at dealing with Stalker and Alk. Anyway, PTX spacing in, lands a blind with the Claire. 2 leaps landing for Troll, and he does get both Twin Deaths off, but Corsation getting a nice combo onto PTX. Frost Shard, everyone standing on the rune. Corsation ends up getting it. And ends up going for Clarny, and he's getting a nice combo here. Slice and Dice, Meteor knocks him out. Barrier melts right away, and look at PTX as well, losing his 1v1 to Iska. Clarny cannot get this Stalker off of him without doing something drastic, but that was a nice ult, forcing that Stalker away, forcing him to use ult actually. And will Corsation go down? Maybe, but not quite yet. And he dies to PTX. I can't believe that round, but the lag. No. The lag. Hopefully it won't kick in anymore. Iska just kind of trolling around, and they're not letting him die. Too much lag. This is going to be a problem, probably. They're not affected by it, if I'm not mistaken. But we will be affected by it, so that really sucks. But anyway. Nice attempts there. Corsation actually losing some HP. Will he steal the rune? He should get it. Troll doesn't even want it from the looks of it. Gonna just try to deal damage to the Seeker over here. Troll spacing the DI off and throwing another Twin Death. Arborist chances it this time, but now there's nothing for this execute, and an ult followed by a meteor into the wall. So much damage going up, but there was a barrier there, and that Headhunter ult does deceptively low damage. Backstab execute onto Corsation, and PTX did kind of lose some HP, but he's got Corsation even lower than himself. Lands an execute and even jukes out Arborist's trance. Very well played, and big nukes going on to Wumpa, which forces Aegis, but there's actually not that much nuke going there. It's kind of a fake out, and he did lose some energy, but he has goo again from all the healing that he's having to catch up on. They have to be careful of this goo. Troll, oh, Wumpa might be dead. No, he sprints away before he can get dispelled. Clarny was a little bit slow on that clarity, but look at Arborist's HP, and look at Wumpa's HP, and look at Corsation's HP on the back of it all. Corsation ends up going down. Someone somewhere had to pay, and it ends up being Corsation, who is always trying to rat DLC. But just wow, look at Worm. I think they're very warmed up from all these teams trying to knock them down a peg, and Cold look like they might have to do a redraft next game, because I think Worm team's comp is just really good against it. The Headhunter versus the Seeker is just too good. Two-man execute landed, and look at Corsation's HP already. Troll wasn't even really going for him. He's just caught in the crossfire of everything. There's no chance for Arborist. He gets Frost Sharded, but he does have space, so he backs off. Wumpa, I believe, went for a DI, didn't land it. Space given to Corsation, who is trying to ult, but he's weakened right now. And he's just not doing much damage. No real HP loss at all for that ult, I believe. Is trying to get some from Troll here, but not going to really work. Almost a two-man blind, but Corsation manages to dodge it. PTX has an ult, so he can stop Corsation's healing. Goes for 2 ticks of that ult, and 2 glues kind of overlapping each other. What is that? Comparing to Tresca? What is that called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Arborist goes down. I'm trying to remember what that thing is called when you do like 2 circles in each other. There's like a name for it. Oh well. PTX getting booed up. Is this a kill? No. The weekend coming out from Clooney is on the mark, and this is looking really stompy here. I can't even watch anymore. It says Kid Boo. I almost want to diddle him, but of course I will. They're just slaughtering them. But yeah, Cole doing well, or one doing well. Execute off the mark. Twin Death lands, followed by a Harvest, of course. But this is actually looking pretty good for Cold here. That second leap does not end up hitting Precision, who is going to go for an ult. Going to get some big backstabs off onto Kearney. Shadow Strike onto PTX, but he spaces sort of far from PT. Lands a Black Dagger. Wumpa narrowly avoiding that Meteor. Troll will he pursue? No, he's going to go for Precision, who is given a shield, a barrier, and it's just broken immediately. PTX really missing his ult there, but did juke out a trance. So, I mean, I guess it's worth it for that. Plus, he's already, like, farming up some more energy. Like, already at 50%. Precision has his ult. Once again, going to go for Kearney. Kearney doesn't want to ult him because he'll just escape it so easily. So he pops an Aegis, which forces Precision to go away. I don't know if Troll has anything. He should have leap again. Yeah. But after this leap, they could goo him. They probably just won't, though. Yeah, because of the Black Dagger. There is a goo onto Troll. He did leap, I believe, but he just walks out of it. He had space, so 2-man leap, 1-man reap, and that reap is just going to be enough to kill the out. Oh, very nice call into that trance by Troll Draki. Hits him with the meteor, and he's just kind of fucking with this guy right now. Throwing meteors, just trying to get him. Quite an insane game. Okay, not really insane. Kind of a stomp game. But still very entertaining to watch just how far ahead Worm is from everyone. I think it's really in the Seeker pick right here, but what else will Iska play? Like, he can't pick anything else. He just plays Seeker. He's like DZN in that way. He's gonna pick Gunner and try to outgun PTX. I don't know. Plus, there's a Headhunter, and I think Headhunter just deals with Gunner so well as well. So it's troubling. They're doing quite well here, though. There's a 2-man Meteor, but I believe one player was barriered, so it really didn't do too much. Blind landed onto Arborist, who then spaces. They're trying to goo Kearney over the wall, but it was just slightly too off, and Slice and Dice comes out. Kearney will die. Okay, no, they have this round maybe. Yeah, okay. It's 2v1 though. And Arborist has to fend off a Headhunter, which you cannot at all do. But Stalker versus Headhunter is not so bad. Nice attempt by Troll there, trying to get him over the wall. Which is like one of the craziest ways, or like one of the weirdest ways to get killed, and it's definitely one that works in the 1v1s. But Precision is doing quite well. Uses a stealth. He will slice up Troll a little bit, but nope. Troll never using his trance, just goes for the kill. Nice job keeping a cool head, and that's that game. Hopefully we'll get to see another one. Hopefully we will see another one. Hopefully we'll see a better one. I think they just have to. I think the Stalker is okay. The Alk might want to be a Dryad, maybe, but that's still not going to help that much versus Troll Draki's Headhunter. That's really personal preference, and I don't believe Wumpa plays any healer but Alk, and I don't believe Arborist plays anything but Seekers, so it's going to be a little bit hard for them to actually do anything. If there, like, let me just put it this way: if there was a DreamHack, these guys would win it. Like, I don't know. There's not much to say. They just have too much game knowledge. I'm told that PTX knows pretty much like every little fact about the game. He's like one of those guys who's able to do that type of stuff. Just like really study a game to like its very last detail. Okay, so we're seeing a Nomad instead. That makes sense. Okay, and pretty much anyone can play Nomad, kind of. But you're still doing Nomad versus a Headhunter Trance. What will we see from PTX? He'll do Nomad as well. And we see Crustacean swapping it up for an SM, which is interesting. And the SM should be pretty good against the Nomad. And I would say the Headhunter. So I think if there is a chance for Colt to steal, it's right now. It's right here with these picks. Like these are pretty good picks for them. Double counter comp. Yeah, I'm not sure how well VSM will do. Crustacean is probably better than most on SM. But I haven't quite seen it. CC onto Troll, they do stack up for that sleep. So Troll does get, I believe, one Harvest Blood. Big combos onto Arbors. 2-man Frost Shard. Meteor also, and an X-Strike. Almost hitting Wumpa, but not quite. But did hit Arbors. Arbors is really low. 2-man Frost Shard coming out from PTX this time. Goes for Boomerang Storm, and this is the death of Arbors right here. Really well played. There's a Meteor as well. The Boomerang Storm, I believe, just stunned Arbors, but he had nowhere to run anyway. And Wumpa's gonna throw down the goo, but it's not really gonna matter. Worm are just too good, too fast, too solid, man. It was some nice plays coming up from Colt, but you just can't help but feel like they're on the defensive like all the time. Like, what is Crustacean gonna do with this SM pick? He can't really train Clarny. I'm sure Clarny would end up winning the 1v1 anyway, but 2-man leap, nice by Troll. Gets a lot of damage onto Arbors already, who has no space anymore. But no trance hit. But look at the X-Strike and the Twin Death all just going onto Arbors. He moves away from the wall, he just gets nuked. He stands next to the wall, Troll's there, gonna smack him in the face. It's so hard for them. And I don't even know how Wumpa died, honestly. I don't even know how Wumpa died, but he died. Let's see how he's tanked. About 2700, which he only has like 1600 HP or something. Oh, you could tell right here, yeah. Alk only has 1600 HP. I mean, there's nothing to do really but be silent. Like, I wish there was more to say. But the one team that had a chance went out in the earlier part of the bracket. Space coming out from PTX lands a tornado onto Crustacean, who does steal the rune. Frost Shard onto his trance, but no damage to follow that, so that Frost Shard is a bit of a waste. Patrol is keeping the healer at bay for the most part. Two players CC'd by Tornado, and Harvest Blood comes out, or Twin Death comes out with Harvest Blood, obviously. Troll appears to have nothing for that Deadly Inject, ends up leaping, and we do get a goo thrown out, but Wumpa is a little bit too slow to dispel the Nomad space, and he ends up just sprinting out of it. 2-man Reap and 1-man Meteor, 2-man Frost Shard from Troll, really keeping these players CC'd. And look at Crustacean, just by himself. His team was just kept at bay for so long. If you stand on your own, Jackie's gonna kill you. If you group up, he's gonna kill both of you. There's nothing that it appears you can do to this guy. He's just too crazy. And I honestly, I mean, I think Headhunter is a little bit strong, but like I don't think it's as strong as Troll Jackie. Like I'm sure, because there is a little bit like of of aminosity surrounding Worm Team here in the general EU community. So I can imagine the top players are kind of complaining about the Headhunter maybe, but I just think I just don't think anyone's dealing with it right. Like I think our Gesek has done the best job, and he even was double classing. But anyway, not to take points from him. It's in the rules. I just don't like it. I think if there is no double classing, maybe Headhunter would need nerf, but I don't know. Big nukes onto Troll. Crustacean a little bit low. Troll getting knocked back into the goo, but he already has a leap. It's so hard that. That's the other thing, is that there's so many Alk picks versus this Trolldrake Headhunter that the goo does not do very much against it, and like, they're literally never on Clearney. They can't get to him. So I mean that's not even an option. Boomerang and Meteor thrown out onto Wumpa, but the Boomerang slightly off. Boomerang Storm slightly off the mark. We get a Javelin thrown out onto Troll, but he just leaps anyway. And it looks like Cold might have a chance here. Wind Thrust thrown out, and there is a kill on Troll. So it's not quite over so easily. It will be a 2v3 that is possible, but very unlikely. And actually, with that ult there, I mean, what does he have? Did he have space? He did have space, he just didn't want to use it, or maybe made a mistake. It looked like he was casting a Boomerang Storm for a second, but I don't know why I do it like that when I could just do it like this. I keep forgetting I could just click on them and then you see the cooldowns. But yeah. Well played by Cold. They have a fighting chance, I'm telling you. It's not the heroes. They're not that OP. Oh god, that's gonna come up on the stream, huh? Whatever. He takes one for getting the rune. Troll CC'd up. No real damage done by Troll, but Crustacean did lose some of his health. Troll might be in trouble, no. He can space off that dead range. Like, that is one thing that I think is a little bit ridiculous, that he can just space off the DI. Because that's really all Alk has to ward off the Headhunter. And he really has no reason to use the space against Alk. But here's a Boomerang Storm. Onto Wumpa. Big nukes. Twin Death, Leap, plus Meteor by Troll. Gonna finish him off. Brush out onto Crustacean, and actually PTX dies to Crustacean, but I just can't see Worm losing this at all. I mean, it would be amazing if they really did. Clearly would just have to lose this one to Crustacean, which he is not losing at all. Crustacean actually just gives up. And Arvis dies to Meteor as well. Blind Meteor. My god. Scores 4-1. I mean, what is there left to say? I think we know who the best EU team is right now. Trance into the wall, give him barrier. Crustacean they still somehow make that a good trade for them. Crustacean does not get their own, PTX does. But PTX has actually lost quite a bit of HP, as has Arborist now. And Arborist has no space. Trance wasted by Crustacean, gets Windstruck away. Two-man Reap and a Meteor coming down, but I believe the barrier came before the Meteor, but two Twin Deaths hitting Arborist. Javelin onto PTX, who might not have his space, but he does have Trolldrake helping him, so he should be okay. And I think, is Crustacean dead to this? Yes, he is dead to that deadly inject. The Meteor actually knocking Clearney out of the goo, but oh, that wasn't a cross kill, sorry. Yeah, that's just it. And those here are your champions. Worm team, just dominating. Yeah. So I suppose I cut this short. As I do have my daddy now asking for me. And of course the tournament's already over. Jesus. I think, I don't know why they stopped doing it one at a time. I think it might have been a mistake by the admin. I'm not sure how that stuff works though, but whatever the case, we did see some epic games, and I did get to record them all. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it. GG's. Congrats to the winners. Nice attempt, Gazhag. Well played by the runner-ups. But they are just too strong. GG's.